Oh, the music's back.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Average Shakes.
Welcome back. What's going on?
Breaking news.
Breaking news: Padres have made a trade. Little bit different than our
Finally.
last video because we suspected it was
Finally.
Brian Reynolds, but Sean Manaea,
Gotcha.
someone different, a total different position, someone I wasn't even looking at, starting pitching. So we're going to talk about that and a couple other things. We got some rookie guys making their MLB debuts announced. So a cut of a veteran that might be a Padre. We've been thinking about it a little bit.
Who knows? Who knows?
Some injuries and then a couple more baseball things. So let's get right to it, huh?
Get right into it.
Oh yeah.
So, Shinny, we talked about it. Padres make a trade. Sean Manaea of the Oakland A's, starting pitcher, left-hander. We actually played the A's today, and they just said he was scheduled to face us. You know what? We'll take him, put him on our team, and face you. Perfect. So that was kind of a cool little situation, is that he got to face his former team instantly. They said he cleared out his locker and was just waiting for the Padres bus to show up because we were facing the A's. So it's kind of a weird situation for him, but it was cool because he was able to say goodbye and like have all those talks. And even when he was done, when he was walking out of the field after the game or after his outing, he got to go talk to the A's and everything. So that was kind of cool. Gave some hugs and stuff. And, you know, this was a player a lot of teams were after. I heard the Yankees, the Cubs, Mets, like a lot of teams were after him, and Padres just sneak up and steal him away. Gave up their 12th and 26th prospect. How are we feeling about this Sean Manaea trade?
I mean,
I
like it.
Love all the depth we can get.
He threw 179 innings last year.
Led the league in starts with 32.
That's a good innings eater. Wow. He's reliable. He's gonna throw straight. He had a ERA under 4. I'll take that.
I'll take that, especially in the league we're in now, where homers are a thing. The ball's been juiced.
And he's a no, right?
Yeah, he threw a no last year. He had 2 complete games and 2 complete game shutouts. So
he has like electric stuff sometimes. Sometimes he's really on and then sometimes off. I mean, life of a pitcher, but when he's on, he looks like an all-star, which that's obviously why he sticks around.
Yeah, this is very interesting because the Padres, I mean, we felt like we had the depth of the starting rotation, but they didn't think it was strong enough, so we go and get more. But this, I think, is a move to set up more trades that are going to happen, obviously. Still have a left field hole that is, I mean, we're kind of filling it. We got Matt Beatty from the Dodgers in that when they cut him, we just kind of, it was like a claim trade kind of deal. And then, yeah, Sean Manaea, I think it definitely opens up for us to get a bat now with Chris Paddock, Weathers, Lamet, even maybe. I don't know how they feel
Nick
about
Martinez.
Nick Martinez is, we just signed him out of Japan as a starter, so I'm not too sure where he fits in. But the Padres did say that Clevenger was dealing with a knee injury, so he'll start the year on the 10-day. I kind of expected him to start the year on the 10-day just because he's coming back from Tommy. And with the short spring, give him a little bit longer at the training facility and whatnot. But I think he'll be fine. I really, truly think Mike Clevenger will be fine. 10 days is not that long. But Manaea, yeah, we were talking a little bit about his stats. He is a true 3-8, high 3s, low 4s type of guy in his career. Does have a couple of gems thrown. But this really takes up the back of the roto. I'm not too sure where Mackenzie Gore fits right out the gate now. Like, I know we optioned Ryan Weathers today because he really wasn't having that great of spring. I think that was much needed. I think he needs to start down there and get some more time in. But where does Gore fit now with the Padres Roto? I mean, you Darvish, Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove. We're going with the big three again to start. Then, I mean, obviously we'll be in Manaea, whatever. And then the fifth, Martinez, Gore, Paddock. There's some options.
Lev.
Got a couple names.
Well,
to
Clev
throw
will,
in.
I was just starting the year, but yeah, Clev will end up being in there for sure. Do they start with Gore in the season? I really don't think so now.
Probably not, but I think it's a good problem to have.
Yeah. This
I
is
think it's
now
a good
Definitely a good
problem
problem.
to have because we don't need him. Like going into the year, we kind of needed him. We needed that that spring training.
That last guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we don't need him, which is good because let him cook down in AA. If he just starts shoving, then obviously he's ready. But you never know. He was really good when he got here and then lost it, not even on the top 100 list. And then now it looks like he's pretty good again. So
yeah, I did see he gave up a grand slam with a fastball right down the middle with 2 outs today. But I'm still hype on Gore. I know they kind of put him in their back pocket the last 2 seasons because of the problems that he had with COVID and everything, and then him not being on a big league mound for a while. It was a little hiccup in his step, but it seemed like him and Ruben have gotten close and worked out some kinks. And now I'd love to see what Ruben's going to do with Sean because, hey, Sean obviously has the electric stuff. Now we just have to find a way to get it every day.
I mean, it's good for him because new place, but same manager he's had this whole career. Yep. It's gonna feel kind of familiar, low key.
And he's only 30 years old. We only signed him for 1 year, but maybe we can sign him again next year if he does well.
Yeah. I mean, there's positives and negatives to signing guys to like having them 1 year. Yeah. Positive is they know going in, I can get a lot more money if I have a good year. So they tend to do better. You always see guys in like contract years. Oh wow, his 1 good year was his contract year, and then they got paid, and then he's overpaid. So, I mean, that'd be a great sign. That'd be great if that happens for him.
Yeah,
you want to have people have their best years in San Diego. That'd be great.
I love that.
Mel talked about this guy's leadership and how great of a teammate he is, and that kind of made me excited. He said that he's one of the best teammates to have around, and he always like kind of nicknamed him just like a great teammate, just like obviously a great guy to have. A lot of guys were hugging him on his way out. So I love those type players, great in the clubhouse, great guys, good energy. Yeah, and I think his profile, his profile is going to fit well with us. I mean, he has the long hair,
the flowy
the Cali
locks,
flow, it looked good. Hey, and Alfaro matching up with him with those locks. I saw that picture today.
Oh yeah.
That was sick.
They look great. They look.
He's got flow.
That's gonna be the
theme this year. Is
connection.
Everyone's gonna have long hair. Manny's gonna grow his hair out.
No,
Jake's gonna grow his hair out
right now.
No, they're all growing it out though.
Alfaro, Manaea, Tatis. Who else got long hair?
Lamet got long hair. Pierce got long hair.
Pierce Johnson.
Weathers had some.
Ryan Weathers had some curls.
Yeah, Clev has long hair.
Chrismat has long hair.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Damn, we got a lot of people.
And then you had some locks last year towards the end.
Yeah, you had a little bit.
He rocks the.
I want playoff beards. I want to see some facial hair on this team. They're all baby faces.
I don't got none either. Hey, don't matter that much.
I need the Austin Adams, the Woodsman.
Love you want the Lumberjacks?
Luke Voigt kind of got a little.
That's good too. when you got a playoff beard. Trust.
Yeah, Luke Voigt does have one. He'll grow out his hair a little bit and he'll have shaggy. I like the shaggy look.
Love it.
The baseball look. That means you bang.
Yeah, you bang. Thanks. So we talked about this setting up some trades because of our depth at the starting position. And there's been 2 teams that suffered a lot of injuries to their roto and bullpen already. We had the White Sox, Garrett Crochet, their top arm coming out of the bullpen. Lefty throws like 100, dirty. It's gonna have Tommy John. Sucks.
I should have picked the fucking Twins.
I should have picked the Twins.
I should have. They're gonna win now. White
No
Sox
shot.
pitching
No shot.
problems.
Then Lance Lynn, knee injury. He's gonna have meniscus surgery. He's gonna miss the first month. And then they just traded Craig Kimbrell. So the White Sox, all of a sudden, their depth
Diminished in seconds.
24 hours, 3 guys. Then the Mets, who the Padres were talking to about flipping Eric Hosmer, Chris Paddock, and a whole lot of moolah for Dom Smith. But they just had Max Scherzer go down for a hammy. He's going to miss maybe the month. Didn't seem good when they talked about it. Jacob deGrom, even worse news. Way worse news. He's going to be missing significant time. That it seems like half the season to me.
Not praying for injuries, but
no, I'm not praying for injuries. I'm just reporting on what I'm hearing.
It's not good for both of those teams. It's got to be nice when your team's getting pitching now.
Yeah,
got to be nice.
Feels great.
Nice to see.
Feels great to be on the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah,
it feels great to make a trade.
Yeah, Padres have a little bit of a stronger arm now.
Yeah, facts.
24 hours ago, Padres didn't have a real strong arm.
Nope.
We have a lot stronger arm now with Manaea. So now we feel free to give up on Paddock.
Mm-hmm. Manaea's been an ace too.
Yeah, he's been a
certified ace.
Best pitchers the last couple of years. Going back to some
pretty sure he started opening day last year.
Not Frankie.
I think they gave the nod to him.
Well, hey, I love an ace on the staff full of aces.
Is
that 4 opening day starters at one point?
Well, Chris Paddock opened a season for us a couple years ago too.
Hell yeah, that's right. I had my sheriff hat on that day.
Yeah, I did too. I did.
Relentless.
I was all over. That was a great time. Paddock, I had rookie of the year.
A lot of relentless energy back then. And that's kind of a weird story if Paddock ends up on the Mets. Because to start his career, that was his rival was Pete Alonso. We played the Mets. He struck him out twice in one game.
That's always how it is. Look at Josh Donaldson and
rookie of the month versus rookie of the year. That's what Pete Alonso came out and said. Rookie
of the month versus rookie of the year.
Yeah, that's what Pete Alonso came out and said. Would you rather be rookie of the month or rookie of the year? Yeah. Hey, kind of got you there, Chris.
Yep,
kind of got you. But that would be just obviously looking back, if you would have told me Chris Paddock would be a Met a couple of years ago when he was rivaling the Mets, I would have been like, nah, fool, you're kidding with me right now. You're choking.
You're tripping.
You're capping.
You're capping. But yeah, so this opens up some moves. I don't know what they're gonna do, obviously, with the left whole field. If I'm trading with the White Sox, Gavin Sheets, lefty outfielder, I would feel pretty confident in that move. I would but I know they like him a lot. And then with the Mets, Dom Smith, I like that move, but I don't see the Eric Hosmer side of the deal.
We have too many first basemen. We signed Dom Smith.
Well, Dom can play outfield.
Has he ever played there though?
Yeah, he's played all his time in outfield since Pete's been there.
He can play first though too.
I mean,
he's kind of like
I thought
kind of like what happened to Josh Naylor for us. Remember when we had Josh Naylor and he was a first baseman in the prospects and then had to move to the outfield because we signed Eric Hosmer, no longer needed first base.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with both of those guys adding to this lineup because I think the Padres team is really good. And I know we continuously say that, but there's good names on this team. Now we have the depth of pitching. We have something that not much in this division has. The Dodgers usually have a lot of it. They are lacking that depth this year. And with the Padres using that as an advantage, I think.
That's the only problem when you sign the superstars like that is you kind of
You will fall into holes.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you're like so yeah, they signed Freddie Freeman that huge deal where they could obviously sign 3 or 4 people to cover depth like on the team, but you're also replace if they don't miss games, then what depth do we really need? That's kind of how they're thinking.
True.
Obviously,
Yeah.
they have these superstars who play 140 to 150 games. You can lose 12 games. That's okay. That'd be fun. I feel like that's exactly what they're thinking. Padres are starting to model that. I hope adding Manaea when we didn't really need him, but obviously we'll take it. But a couple guys who I'm looking at, if we since we seem to pick on these teams that are not spending money, let's go over to Tampa Bay and let's steal Austin Meadows from them. Lefty bat, could play outfield, hits bombs. Yeah, he strikes out a lot, but the bombs, that's what matters. And then another guy, surprise wild card, which I think we'll be pretty interested in him, but I don't know if he's on the block or not. Franmil Reyes from the Guardians.
Obviously, we love Franmil.
Come back home to San Diego and let's win a ring.
That would be.
I love that.
I'm not.
I'm not as big as a Meadows guy as a lot of people are. I think he's definitely a power outfielder. He's pretty young, going into his age 27 season, about to have a birthday, a couple days. Last year, 234, 27 bombs. I'll take it. 106 RBIs. I will take that in this lineup. This is obviously something that this lineup lacks is power RBIs. And I mean, he's had a lot of success for the Rays, but I hate trading with the teams we always trade with because sometimes their guys don't pan out. And he seems more like just one of those Rays fits. He fits for that Rays team.
Yeah.
I mean,
what about
he's still young though. I think he has like a couple years of service still. I think he's a free agent after the 2025 season. So
something to look at.
He's still relatively young in his career. So I think that's a move that I could see AJ making for sure.
what about Justin Upton?
Come back home, baby.
Upton. So
that'd be lit too. We sign him for a vet deal, small vet deal.
I think this is a move that a lot of teams might make because he's a veteran guy who can obviously still sort of hit in this league, has dealt with a lot of injuries in his career, and is one of those guys that goes on streaks. He's very, very streaky. But if we don't make another trade, that's a move that I would really, really like to make. I mean, he's hit well in this stadium before. I know he's a lot older now than he was in 2015 when we had him.
Yeah, I have a personal bias towards him. My whole senior year and junior year, I wore his cleats. Me and him were the same size. Somehow I got a hold of his cleats, wore him. So I would love to have him back. I don't need his cleats anymore. But
can you give him the cleats back? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he might need him. He might need him.
He might need him.
Hell no.
He was an all-star for us in 2015.
But like you were saying, every team gets an all-star, right?
Yes.
Even the
we had
bad
multiple
teams.
back then. We had multiple back then, but yes, every team does get an all-star. Even
that'd be lit though. He still has a glove on him. Still can snag.
I mean, I said he was relatively old. He's only 34.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Only played in 89 games last year with the 211.
He's been in the league since he's like 20.
Yes, has been in the league 15 seasons.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
19 he started.
Yeah, I remember on the D-backs.
Yes.
That's a long.
Maybe he goes sack ranking. He goes back to the D-backs, like career. Homecoming.
You get a DH now. You can just sit there for a while.
Yes. That will probably happen now that I just said that. Unreal.
Unreal if that
Unreal.
happens. His time with the Angels has kind of flown by because he really hasn't played that many games, but he's already been there 6 seasons. That's so wild to me. He was scheduled to make $28 million this year. That's another thing that's wild to me
Got
because
DFA'd.
And how did they just cut him though and not pay him?
they're going to pay him. He will get his $28 million.
You'll get it for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, they're owed him $28 million.
Fire.
But I mean, he had a decent spring, couple homers, couple RBIs. I wouldn't be mad at going after this guy just to see what he can do.
For a
I mean,
couple,
we're already
literally give him a
trying.
month.
Yeah,
1 month trial.
1 month trial. I mean, until Tatis comes back, then we could open up the roster a little bit on those moves. But I wouldn't be mad at this just to start the year. I mean, we're giving Profar, BD shots out and left. Could Upton be that much worse?
Yeah.
He had a 211, 17 homers, 41 RBIs, and a 705 OPS in 89 games last season.
And if I'm being dead ass, I do not think Profar or BD could, maybe BD, but I don't think Profar would put up those numbers.
Those numbers?
I can see BD doing that, but what'd you say? 17 homers in
17
89
homers,
games?
89 games.
See, that's more than Hosmer did in freaking 150 games last year.
500 at bats.
We
500
sign
at bats.
We sign him.
It's something that the team lacked a lot was pop last year. And if he could do that in half a season, 80 games is half a season. So that's 30 homers if he plays a whole season.
211. I will take that. I told you, I'll fucking take that.
Yeah.
He has 324 career home runs and 1,000 RBIs.
Well,
So I'm
like we
hearing
said,
he's going to hit
15
76
by Major League
and he's going to
season,
get
so.
to 400.
Yeah.
76 more this year.
can
I mean,
confirm.
Can you confirm?
They stopped testing for roids, but maybe he's been on them.
We brought up the Dodgers a little bit ago, but Cody Bellinger. Wow. Have you looked at this man's spring numbers?
I think you can put him and Will Myers right next to each other and you wouldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah, as of right now.
He's tanking.
They're both doing so bad. But Cody Bellinger is a former MVP in this league just a handful of seasons ago.
And he makes a lot of money.
Yeah, makes a lot of money. This is someone I could low-key see the Dodgers move.
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking somehow, what if he went to the Padres if they had to cut
want
him?
on the Padres
Okay,
after the stuff he's been seeing?
Okay.
No, that was just something I was thinking. That was like a dream.
Yeah, I don't see that. That Shenny actually dreamt that last night.
It was actually a dream.
It was actually I
Actually,
don't see that happening. I don't see them giving up on him. He's what, 25, 26 years old.
I turned off my PS4, woke up.
But he's having a really bad spring. He has like 25 at bats and like 18 strikeouts or something like that. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but really bad spring. Hopefully the kid could turn around. I was a Cody B fan. He was at one point my favorite Dodger on the Dodgers, like favorite player on the Dodgers.
Well, now what is he now?
He's
just somebody you used to know.
Yes, at this point.
I love how Craig Kimbrell went to the Dodgers and absolutely shit the bed.
Oh,
I hate that.
Terrible in his first outing.
I loved it.
Move.
I loved it. Dude.
I know we didn't really have a chance to talk about this on the pod, so we could do it now. Craig Kimbrell traded to the Dodgers for AJ Pollock in a 1-for-1 deal. And I reviewed Pollock's numbers last year. Kid actually raked.
Did he?
Like absolutely raked for the Dodgers last year. And we didn't talk about him.
Was it a money thing? AJ Pollock making a lot of money?
Yeah, he was making a lot of money.
It's like 10 mil.
No, more than that.
Damn.
He signed for 4 years, $55 million.
Pretty good, pretty decent.
With the Dodgers, but a couple years ago. But he hit 297, 21 bombs last year.
Jeez.
384 at bats.
I mean, he's gonna make that White Sox lineup a little better.
And see, that's why I
Pretty
think
good
the
year.
White Sox could trade us Gavin Sheets, and they need pitchers. Boom, bang, bing. It's a win-win situation.
See, that makes way too much sense. So it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. It makes too much sense for it to happen. But yeah, Pollock had a nice season last year. And so I like the Dodgers are getting rid of him out of their lineup. It's nice. But Craig Kimbrell, obviously, we've known him because we had him for a season. Guy has good stuff, and he's one of those pitchers who has to have the situation to pitch. Like he literally has to be ninth inning, save opportunity to win games. Like you put him in the ninth when it's a tie game, he's gonna lose it. You put him in the eighth when you need him for 4 outs, he's not gonna do it. You put him when you're down just to get out of the inning, he's not gonna do it. But you got a game to close, bases
You're up.
loaded,
You're up by
2
5.
outs, you're up by 2. He's gonna do it. He closes those games. He's a great closer, but he has to be in the situation. Spring training is obviously not that situation.
Got raked off.
First game with the Dodgers, double, homer, strikeout, single.
Sit down.
You're out the game.
Literally.
I would love to see that more this year because obviously he plays for the Dodgers and is going to be closing games for them. But
He's so sick if he sucks.
Yeah, would be so dope.
I hate that they made this move because I hate when my worst team, my arch nemesis, the Dodgers, sign players I like. Craig Kimball's a player that I followed for a long time. I like him. He's in the Dodger blue.
Hate him now. Hate him now, though.
Mookie Betts.
I do hate him.
Same thing. Freddie Freeman. Same thing. They just go get the guys.
Yeah, I don't think I can like Freddie Freeman anymore because he looks terrible in that blue.
I hope he sucks too. I'm not gonna lie. No, obviously. I hope he doesn't get injured, but I hope he sucks.
Last but not least, I saw another name that was a former Padre in the news today. Trevor Rosenthal getting some interest out of teams.
He's a free agent. Might as well sign him.
He's a free
agent. As well.
He was a last year. Knows the team.
Makes too much sense. Like what we've been saying. He makes too much
Won't
sense.
happen though.
It makes too much sense for it to happen because we still don't have a closer. And when he was on our team 2 years ago, he had electric stuff. I wanted him back so bad. He signed a big deal, a 1-year deal with the A's. Is hurt during spring training, misses all year. Now, bring him back. AJ, do the right thing.
Please.
This is a guy who was a fan favorite instantly. He instantly, after he won his first game, tweeted about the local taco shop. Like, are you kidding me?
Cojitas.
Like, this guy was a San Diego dude, wanted to be here, interacted with the fans on Twitter, like, loved it. And we didn't re-sign him, obviously. But I think now we have a
2020
to make
stats.
it up.
2020 stats: 10 innings, 17 Ks, 3 hit. Oh wait,
no, 10 innings doesn't sound good. He threw more than that.
No, this says 10 innings right here.
2020,
17 Ks, 2020. Yes.
Is that his only Padre stats, or?
Yeah, I think that's Padre stats.
Yeah, that's Padre stats.
10 innings. I mean, he closed 10 games for us.
17 hits or 17 Ks, 3 hits, and a .7 WAR.
Don't matter. Doesn't matter. WAR is a made up stat.
Pretty good numbers though.
Oh, good numbers. Like
he didn't give up a run for us.
Yeah, he shoved.
Like he shoved for us.
It's a great move. He's so good. Well, I don't know if he's so good, but he's what we need. We need someone like him.
On like the season we had him, because he definitely has problems in the past with dealing with injuries, coming back, finding the stuff. But when he's electric, like back in his time with the Cardinals, and then 2 years ago at this point, I mean, I would love for him to be back in the Padres uni just because he's a fan favorite, and I love comeback stories, and I think that just would be awesome for us.
And I was thinking about it. I don't think the White Sox would trade Gavin Sheets to us
No,
because
probably
Why?
not.
Jose
He's
Abreu
young.
is 35. He's maybe 2 more years left.
Is
Gavin
he
Sheets is their
DHing?
first baseman of the future.
Oh, he's a first baseman.
No, that's the guy they brought up last year. Vaughn,
Vaughn?
is that his name?
Yeah, but I thought he plays. I'm pretty sure he plays left.
No, they tried him in left because Eloy's injury last year, but he's their first baseman of the future.
Matt Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew
Yeah.
Vaughn. Yeah.
And it's not V-O-N, it's V-A-U.
Vaughn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
That's about it for my notes. I'm really excited. April 7th, opening day. That's Thursday. We're gonna have an opening day podcast for you with our predictions,
What?
MVP, all those. Did you say hold on?
Yes, sir.
What?
I thought you said hold on.
What?
What? Yeah. What did you want to talk about WWE or something? That's why you're doing the Pat McAfee.
What?
What?
Nah.
Got beat up
It's
tonight.
just fun. Just fun to do.
Yeah, it is fun. Well, that's it
Here
for
we
Average
go, Mitchburg. Here we go.
Yeah, you wish. Nothing wrong
Mitchburg,
with
is that
being
what you said?
average. Yeah, he said
That's
Mitchburg.
terrible. That is terrible.
That was from Pat. That's from Pat. The song that he came up with on the top of his head was actually pretty good.
Fire.
I didn't hear it.
He's gonna
Damn.
take you to the Super Bowl. Here we go.
I hate that. I hate that.
Here we go.
Jenny's gonna be singing that all year. All right. Nothing wrong with being average. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell
Yes,
us
sir.
who the hell Padres should make trades for, who your favorite
moon.
team should pick up, where Justin Upshur should go if he goes. I mean, all of it. Nothing wrong with being average.
Average.
Deuces.
Peace.